Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm down here at the Old Scott Cemetery and I got friends coming to play. That was dumb. That was dumb. Every tool's a hammer, unless it's a screwdriver, then it's a chisel.
We need a torch. Hate that nut.
We're not doing that. Because it ain't built till it's overbuilt. Don't force it. Get a bigger hammer. Every day's a school day. We got a work day planned. I got several volunteers coming. We're about 40 minutes from when they should be arriving. I'm just setting up some tools and getting some things ready. Hopefully I can get some video. I really don't know what what we're gonna get. I'll see if I can bring you along. Wow, we had a great, what an amazing turnout. People show, I don't know, I counted 15 at one time, and I know there was more than that. We put in about 4.5, 5 hours maybe of real back-breaking labor, and we got a great amount of work done here. This cemetery is looking better than it has in a long time, and I think it'll be easier to maintain now. Here, I'll take a walk around, show you what we got done. I hope the wind and the traffic aren't too loud and you can hear me, but this whole area you can see was all brush. There's one of them nasty rose bushes in here that's just terrible. We prevailed. We got it cleared back to the fence. And then when they came in, they leaf blowed, and we found, of course, one grave there, one over here, and a little footstone here. But I'll be honest with you, I won't be surprised if this, like I've said on other videos, I think this whole area is all a lot of graves. Not full 100%, but I think there's a lot of graves in here, and the stones are buried, which I want to leave them for now because they're somewhat safe until I'm ready to put them back up, you know. Way back here in the corner, you could barely see these. This headstone and this footstone is one grave, and I doubt, like there again, I doubt if it's alone. There's probably, there's a big depression in the ground here, and that's telltale for being a grave, so there's probably more stones, along here. May have been a family plot or whatever. A lot of broke stones over here that were all pretty well buried. We pushed this edge back quite a ways so that we could find all the stones. This whole area. This stone was about half hidden, It's amazing some of the grade change, the depressions where the graves are settled. This is kind of a big, huge hump right here, but that's a really big hole right next to it. So as I work my way through, I'll probably try to level this off. I'll probably end up having to get some topsoil brought in and try to make this smooth so that the guy that mows it doesn't have to struggle with it so much. And another thing I've decided I'm going to do, and the internet, some people on the internet are going to crucify me and some are going to agree with me, but I'm going to move. These are footstones, if you don't know. They'll have an initial on it that matches the headstone. So as long as I know that that footstone goes with that headstone, when I straighten this headstone, I'm going to plant the footstone right tight to the stone. And that makes it so much easier to mow. And it's one less thing to have to worry about. A stone standing out there on its own is going to get busted. A lawnmower hit it, or a tree branch hit it, or whatever. But if you put it right tight to another one, you've got half a chance of it not being wrecked. So I'm going to do that as I work my way through. I'm going to move all the footstones tight to the headstones, try to make this a little bit easier to take care of. I walk around, I look at what terrible shape it's in, and your old cemeteries in your town are probably the same way. If they're not, it's because somebody is really working their butt off, and you probably ought to find out who and shake their hand, because the thing that occurs to me is, if you had 3 people that came out here to this cemetery and put in 3 hours a year, literally, taking care of a little bit of work here and there, you'd never have to do all this work. This is years and years of neglect. So I'm really hoping that we get this thing squared away. If people can just do a little bit every year to maintain these old cemeteries, this won't ever happen again. It would be nice if we could figure out a way to make sure that happens. This over here is it's a family plot, I guess. A couple busted stones here that were laying on top of each other. But it has this cool fence thing. And way over there in the brush is the other side of it. And we didn't get this cleared back quite as far as we need to, but once we get all this other stuff done, we'll deal with this, we'll leave it till last. We had so many stones that you couldn't see at all. They were completely covered by the leaves, and the brush was hanging way over up here. So we found a lot more work by doing it, but at least we know you know they're there. Down here on this end, all of these stones were, in fact, one of these stones was way down there. We only found them because here again, that brush, you can see the stumps down in there. That brush was grown way up all the way to this edge. So we got it back and we found, like I say, 1 foot stone was way down there. These others were here, but they were hidden. You couldn't see them. All of these stones along here were not visible. Down in here, there's another one of those horrible rows with the wicked pickers on it. But there's a grave that's down. This one here was tipped over and they stood it back up today. Footstone down there that was out of sight because of that bush was coming all the way out around here, So we really opened up a lot. We cleared this back to the fence. It was just stuff that was hanging over, really. Found I guess this is a geocache thing. I don't know, somebody knew about it. So if you're into geocache, there's one here. Oh wait, you know what? There's another one down here. We found it and we never opened it. There's 2 of them on this fence. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that or if that ruins the whole thing or what. I don't know what's in there. Secret, I guess. This area here, you might remember from the other video, but this was all right full of brush that was pushing on these guys. My buddy Brian took his Sawzall and hacked away at the roots, and hopefully he's got it killed. At this point, if you just run a weed whacker through there, once a year, really, you can keep it from coming back. It doesn't take a lot. Once it's gone, you just got to stay after it. Over in this area, too, there was a great big sumac tree, a great big full tree. Same thing, he got it out of there without doing any harm, and he chased out some of the roots, too, so it won't be coming back anytime soon. Hopefully. Sumac's terrible. I got a few before and after pictures. I think are pretty good. I'm terrible at it. I always stand in the wrong place for the after one, so they don't match. But I think I got at least a couple of them that are good, and then I just got some other photos. So here, let me just roll you through those so you can see pretty dramatic difference in a few spots. But that's how it's done, guys. You just reach out there for help and help will come. Get into some sort of a project in your community. It's a great feeling to have accomplished something like this. And everybody that came here to help had the same thing to say, and that is how much they loved being able to help with a project like this. So it's almost like everybody's waiting for somebody to ask. So all you gotta do is just be the guy that asks. Say, hey, we ought to go do this or do that. And I guarantee you just reach out on any means that you have to reach out, whether it's social media or your local bulletin boards or whatever, and you're going to get help and you're going to get things done. It's not up to anybody else to do it. It's up to us to do it, okay? So just find a need, find a thing in your community that everybody's saying, man, that looks terrible, or we really need to do this, and just stop waiting for somebody else to do it and just do it, okay? You're gonna be amazed at how well it's received and how well it's supported, and you're gonna be very glad that you did. This cemetery project, by the way, I did a video earlier, maybe 2 by now, about it. And I had mentioned that there's going to be a lot of materials and supplies that I need to start repairing all these stones. And, didn't a couple people PayPal me a few $100s? Plenty of money to pay for the materials that I need to do this project. The town highway has agreed to let me use, I can just go up there and get pails full of crushed stone and gravel for all the repair work. So it just comes together. You just start looking around, asking around, reaching out to people, and it will just come together. I'm telling you, It's the best feeling in the world. Just get out there in your community and do a thing. Start out with just a small thing. Before you know it, you'll be doing big things. I'll bet you half the people that were here today to help said, hey, when are you going to start doing stones? I want to learn how to do that. I'll come down and clean them or whatever. They just want to keep helping. It's kind of addicting. I'm going to warn you right now, okay? But it's good. It's all very, very good. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. Do me a favor. Give me a comment or something. I guess that's supposed to help with the YouTube thing. Comment something. Comment the name of the cemetery closest to you, or comment what you like the most about this video. I don't care what it is. Just throw something in the comments there. Make sure you click subscribe. You know what? If you know where the bell has gone to, comment that, because I used to tell people, click the bell. Now my buddy said, hey, I can't click the bell's gone. So if you're a YouTube expert, which I am not, tell me where that iron bell's gone to. Thank you again for watching. God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and God bless my small town. This place is amazing, and so is the town you live in. You just got to reach out and find the right people. Goodbye.